Welcome to Nerdgasm, everyone. Today we're going to be going over The Flash, and yes, it was a pretty good episode, guys. It was honestly very good. Today we're going to have to make things a little bit different. I'm a little bit crunched for time, but don't worry, I will hit the important parts for you guys. The episode starts with Iris and Barry having their contract required one emotional conversation per episode, but honestly, at this point, I think people care more about Savitar's identity than whether or not Iris is going to live. Thank goodness they were interrupted by Killer Frost trying to kill the team. Killer Frost lives, and she's awesome. I love watching Caitlin Snow Killer Frost shift from Panabaker. She's just honestly killing it as an actress between those two personalities. She makes the entire team feel both fear and stupidity all in the span of about 2 minutes. Also, she's apparently incredibly fast because she locks the Flash behind an ice wall and is able to bail before he can vibrate through and chase her. Real quick, can we just talk about how this derptard was gonna let her kiss him? I mean, come on, what the F, Julian? Are you serious? Somehow all this high action drama convinces the Flash to finally go to the future, and we see a side of the Flash that I actually enjoy. He's much more confident and in control. Iris asks him if now is the time, and he straight up tells her, I'm going to the future because I'm trying to save lives. I'm the Flash, end of story. Also, I love how he gets to the future. Wally's shown helping boost his speed, and I'm glad that the Flash isn't wasting the power of Wally West like some shows do with other characters, Supergirl and Mon-El. Even if it's small, thank you for using him. So Barry ends up in the future, and we honestly see something terrible.
What is it, Throwback Thursday?
Why is Throwback Thursday still alive in 2025? Why? Have we not evolved past this? Top and Mirror Master get the drop on the Flash, and of course you probably guessed it from the promo, the two of them run Central City together. Don't know what happened to the other villains, but these two are at the top. We also find out that it's been years since anyone's even seen the Flash, which is kind of disappointing because we all know why he's been doing nothing. Luckily, this Flash still has some fight in him, so he sweeps the legs and he gets away.
You better run, Flash!
This bitch, are you for real? Are you serious? Why would you push your luck like that? You were lucky that this is not Zoom or Reverse Flash, because they would have come back and wrecked your ish. Next we see Cisco. Cisco's back. Well, what? And he's loving the White Emblem 2017 edition. See, apparently in the future, Flash has white emblems not only on his chest, but he also has white emblems on the side of his head. And the lightning bolt is golder, and it's also at a different angle and just much shinier. Cisco shows Barry his future self, and man, this guy sucks all the speed ass. First, obviously he's you from before Iris dies. Look at the hair. Look at the eyes not full of deadness. Second, what do you mean you didn't find out who Savitar is? How did you not find out that important information? It's been 4 years since you trapped him. That's a long time to be a little bitch about things, Barry. 4 years? Are you serious? You are probably not that much faster than this version of you. Alright, so this Barry's useless until the end of the episode. Moving on, Cisco shows Barry all the people he loves. Julian's taking care of Killer Frost back at Iron Heights. Joe is visiting Iris's grave and doesn't even turn around to see it's a different version of Barry. Because apparently Barry broke the promise he made at the very beginning of this episode. Wally lost his legs because when Savitar killed Iris, Wally tried to go all Rambo on him, and he ended up getting a shattered spine. I'm just saying, Zoom broke Barry's spine first. It's just kind of rehashing the same kind of incident, but whatever. Also, whatever it is that future Wally saw that made him go into some kind of permanent mental shock coma that he's never going to come out of, it must have been intense. All right, and I have a pretty good idea of what it is, but I'll say that at the end of the episode. Apparently, out of everyone that's in the future, Cisco is the most alive. And honestly, he kind of shouldn't be as cheery as he is, because the epic Killer Frost versus Vibe fight that we want to see in the next episode apparently ended with Cisco losing his hands, because apparently no one gave him a hand. Haha, you get it? See what I did there? Do you like that joke? Was it a little bit painful? Probably not as painful as this. Gain some perspective, people. Back to Killer Frost. We learned that after she escapes, she joins forces with Savitar, and she knows exactly who Savitar is. Flash loses one of his best friends to one of his greatest enemies as the man who loves Killer Frost works all day, every day to try and cure her and take care of her. That is the most epic burn of all time. I love it. Even being trapped in the Speed Force, Savitar is winning. Amazing, Savitar. You're a freaking champion. We all know what has to happen now, right? Time to get the team back together. After a pointless talk with his future self, Flash gets Joe, Julian, and HR. What's great about HR is that in the future, he's a famous author now, and he owns his own coffee shop. Good for you, HR. And I'm sorry that Barry had to interrupt your threesome. Also, you gotta love how he changed the names for the book, and he was reading about The Streak versus Mr. Reflecto. I see what you did there. With the team together, they go to try and stop the new rulers of Central City, and the Flash is awesome here. He's funny and he's hitting them with banter that's classic of the Flash. What bothers me is that he comes in and he acts like a badass, but then he just stands there and gets whammied by Top. Are you serious? Weak sauce, Barry. But don't worry, Future Flash finally gets out of his little cry corner and he goes to help. Nice suit, by the way. I'm loving the brighter red, loving the lightning bolt on the limbs, and no flash ring. You know what? I'm okay with that because you really don't deserve a flash ring for letting Central City go to hell for 4 years. Also, I want to point out, guys, this is why we're never going to see the Flash ever reach his full potential in an episode, because look how fast he caught them when they were just completely useless. This is how the Flash would be catching everybody if he was as fast as he's supposed to be in the comics. Well, now that past Barry finally didn't mess up the timeline by time traveling, future Barry makes sure that he fixes that, and he hands himself a device with information from the future about a scientist that helped him trap Savitar. Are you serious? Listen, I'm all for helping Iris, but how have we not learned this time travel lesson already? The Flash Season 3. Proving that Barry Allen doesn't know how to time travel without some version of him sticking his phallic speed stick in the timeline. Last, Killer Frost runs into the snowy woods and sees Savitar. Here, we finally get to see Savitar take his armor off for the first time, and Killer Frost immediately says that she will do whatever he wants. Honestly, this leads me to believe that Savitar is Ronnie Raymond. Seriously, who else would she instantly throw her loyalty to? The only problem is that Wally's in a wheelchair in the future, and I'm assuming in shock because he saw Savitar's face. So if Wally never even knew Ronnie, then who is really under the suit? It has to be someone that would send Wally into a shock. I hold firm that it's either a version of Harrison Wells or Barry. Unless it's Ronnie, then I guess it's Ronnie. Flashpoint could totally make all those things possible. By the way, from this picture right here, we know that Savitar shops at Payless. I knew it. Look at those shoes. Those are freaking McDonald's work behind the counter shoes. Honestly, this episode was great, guys. I loved it. The whole thing was amazing. It was actually really good. A really good comeback from this whole month wait. Did anyone else notice that future Barry was taller than normal Barry for some reason? They couldn't get somebody to play him that was, about his height. Come on, it's weird. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think it's Ronnie Raymond, because most people think it's Ronnie Raymond. I want to believe it's Ronnie Raymond, but it has to be someone that would freak Wally out too. Leave it in the comment section below. I will see you guys in the next episode. Hopefully there's some Easter eggs in the next episode, because there weren't really any in here. Thank you for watching. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.